I'm an artist living in Hawaii. Also we have a business called Ecolicious.
Ecolicious?
Ecolicious, yeah. It's a combination of ecology and delicious. I love making tote bags, so to get people to use tote bags instead of plastic bags.
Oh, you were way ahead of the times.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is that, we think that if we make something that's appealing to the eye. So we started off doing tote bags with beautiful designs on it.
Can you give us an example?
This is like a wave bag, so it has a little saying here called classical glass, and it says Hawaii. The whole idea is that if you use these bags, take it to the store and don't use plastic bags.
Okay.
We're saving a little bit on the environment. We also, if you buy one of these tote bags, we donate a portion of the proceeds to sustainable coastlines. As a volunteer group, they would go and take hundreds of people and clean up our beaches and streams. What they're doing is fabulous. And then I think the last one I saw, they do the other islands too. So they've done Molokai, Maui, Kauai. Oh, sure. Well, this is a new piece right here.
Okay.
So it's called the wave, for lack of a better word. But actually what they did is I started off with a t-shirt design. So I did this little t-shirt art with this cool wave on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what is expanded it out to like painting.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's it that's done in?
It's an oil and canvas.
Oil and canvas,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then the last part about it, I was explaining it to your wife, is that this thing is also going to be, it was a t-shirt, a fully printed digital top.
Cool. Wow. Beautiful.
It's a direct digital printing. And then the other piece right here is going to be another top.
Wow. Wow. So here it is here.
Yep. So we're going to debut this line at the Honolulu Fashion Week in a couple of weeks over at the Convention Center. It's a 3-day event, so we're going to debut this shirt, two other shirts, and then this line here we've done in collaboration with Loves Hawaii in Japan, and this fabric was digitally printed in Japan. So it's called our Aloha collection. You can see the little motifs on it.
Yeah. Wow.
All the little Aloha things. And this is another line that we're doing with like 7 different styles.
Cool.
So we're doing the collaboration back in Japan because of the affinity between the Japanese and Hawaii.
Okay.
And they love the Hawaiian culture.
They sure do. Yeah, you even have hula groups
and music groups.
Music, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ukulele, yeah. That's right. I saw a couple of them at the ukulele festival.
Yeah.
They came in from Japan.
Yeah.
How about the koi?
Yeah, koi is pieces that I'm usually associated with kois. Yeah, so that's the large koi right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the background on koi? Why is there an interest in koi?
Okay, the Japanese are revered with koi because it's a sign for boys.
For boys?
Yeah, it's associated. The koi is actually, that's why you have boys. It's boys' days with the little kites.
Yes.
The little banners thing.
Yes.
They put it out there. Yeah, so you put it out there for your oldest child. So the amount of kois is actually all the boys in the family.
Okay.
Starting with the father and the oldest child. So if you see one with 3 kois, then you know they have 3 boys in the family.
So are koi an ornamental fish?
Kois are carps, and what it is that they're raised in Japan and they're revered for their patterns. So what happens is that when they breed them according to try to, maybe the red and white ones are certain ones, but they don't know what's going to come out until they grow up. They don't know what the ultimate pattern is going to be.
Okay.
And that's why they're so valued.
Okay.
And another thing is that they live very long, like almost 100 years.
Wow.
So because they live for a long time and they have this beautiful, unique pattern, that's why they're associated with boys, like
I see.
association of a long life.
Longevity.
Yeah. And the value. So some of these kois that are like the pattern, it's like like calico cats. You just don't know what the patterning is going to be. So the most beautiful, unique patterns. I mean, those kois could sell like $20,000.
Wow.
So they have like koi festivals here in Hawaii, and they brought all these kois, and they're like huge, they're massive fish. I didn't realize they get so big. And I just love painting kois because I love that they're bottom feeders and the way that they move through the water, and then the fact that you get to paint with all these patterned colors, and they're real life. I get to use red, orange, and blacks, and really rich colors, and in natural forms, and it's like a color palette all on its own.
off the harbor here, yeah?
Yeah, that's actually the Kaneohe Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually looking out into the bay.
Yeah.
But what I tend to do is that you have the interior view
Mm-hmm.
with the exterior view, and then
Mhm.
also representing the fact that my Japanese heritage, so that's the Japanese print here,
Uh-huh.
but also Western, so that's a Western artist, which I admire Western art. The still life concept is a Western concept, and then so I have a lot of these things where they're like Hawaiian local pottery, which is like a raku fire, which is a style. There are local fruits here
Yeah.
and everything, and then this shawl here is actually a 1912 shawl that has this heavy fringe on it, but it has an Asian motif on it. But it's
It
an
does.
American shawl.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not a Japanese shawl. Yeah, so I just like that the mixing up of the different cultures and the different things and in terms of a painting.
Yeah. And the orchids, of course, are
Orchids and
gorgeous.
shells.
Yeah, the shells. Yeah.
The mangoes and lychees.
Right. Wow.
And the pineapple, which is
of
so
course.
synonymous with Hawaii.
Dole will be proud of you.
Carol D'Angelo.
Okay, Carol. And so tell us a little bit about your jungle art. And
Well, where we live now, there's jungles all around and the beautiful ko'olaus. But I've always been interested in the Hawaiian plants
uh-huh.
and the beauty in Hawaii
Okay.
and then some of the animals. So
Okay.
I love all the natural stuff.
Could you tell us about some of the plants that are in this particular painting?
Well, there's the heliconia,
Which one is that? Okay, that's
tea leaf,
the tea leaves, yes.
and there's some plumerias.
The plumerias down here, yeah.
Different birds. That's another heliconia.
Okay, alrighty.
And then we live close by to the Valley of the Temples, and of course there's a lot of vegetation there.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have a pond, and
Mhm.
they have a lot of koi.
Mm-hmm.
They also have the black swan,
Ah, okay.
and they live together. So just the other day, I was over there, and the swan is swimming, and the kois are underneath them, and people feed them. You can buy the food
Yes.
to feed the koi, but the swan was taking the food and giving it to the koi. That was like an amazing thing.
I've seen them on YouTube. But I also noticed that there's this little critter down here.
Yeah, so
Who's that?
Well, that was my first cat, Lulu. It's a gray cat. So
Uh-huh.
now we have two other cats, but I really like cats.
Okay.
Growing up, my mom didn't like animals. I guess
Uh-huh.
she'd gotten bitten by a dog, so no animals. So then I moved over here, and I got a cat.
Mm-hmm.
And so ever since I've had cats, now we have two cats.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
cool.
I put a cat, for a long time I was putting a cat in every picture.
The other thing I was really fascinated by is your representation of the ladies.
The three graces.
You know, so to me, it's like that needs a little explanation because I can see the locale. Okay, the locale looks familiar. All right, but the faces and the veils.
Well, I'm calling it the three graces.
Oh, the three graces.
Not for
Okay.
religious reasons or anything, but just
Yeah.
my mom's name was Grace, and she passed away. And then this friend of mine was a framer,
Okay.
and she used to give me her reject frames, which were really nice. Like, that's a reject. I don't know what's wrong with it, but she
Okay.
thought, maybe something was off a little bit. But,
Mm-hmm.
So she had given me a large, very tall, skinny frame, and I did a different painting than that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I kind of liked the idea of the challenge of putting a composition within an
Oh,
odd
yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, I'll do the three graces. Then I like working with fabric. I like working with plants.
Oh, okay. So
I
that's where
just
the
put it-
fabric comes in.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Kind of just to get a composition and a pose that could fit that long, skinny frame.
Got you. Yeah,
That's
got
what-
you.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm
okay.
doing.
Okay. And then the other one you have is up there. Can we take a look at that one? You
Sure.
have a.
Really high ceiling. The living area is like what this just with the high ceiling.
This one right here, yeah?
And then it goes up to the second.
Oh, okay. That one's called Lady in the Mist.
Okay.
The ko'olaus are very misty in the background. And then she's in the jungle. She's walking, but she's kind of fashionable too. She's got a nice outfit on. So, no real meaning or story, but just
Understood.
I like to doing figures.
Sure.
I like the jungle, and the ko'olaus represent where
Oh,
I
yeah,
live.
it's a gorgeous.
I
for
know,
your
the-
background, to say the
the
least. Yeah.
background.
And then the last one is the one over there.
Okay, the lady behind the fan. So sometimes the face, and if you depict it here, you're not sure to make it look really Hawaiian or make it look what nationality. So sometimes I kind of disguise the face or kind
Okay.
of cover it so that it doesn't really have to have any particular
Yeah, no, that's a brilliant concept.
nationality.
Yeah.
And then for a while I was doing a lot of cutouts, so I did. It's on gator board, which is like foam core, but it's harder on top.
Oh, let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that.
There's this work at this little bit.
So she's just like a reclining figure.
Yeah. And it's on what?
It's called gator board. It's like foam core. It's got a foam in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
but the surface isn't paper. It's almost like a lightweight wood.
Oh,
You cut it
cool.
with a jigsaw.
With a you're pretty good with a jigsaw, let me tell you.
You get better when you have to do it.
my
Easy.
my jigsaw cuts would result in a Reuben style at best. That's really cool. And the screen is Dexter's, right?
Oh, because he did the koi on this side,
Oh,
and
okay.
I did the jungle on the other side.
Oh, what a collaboration! That is
Yeah.
really cool. I got both sides, so I can use that when I edit it. Now
Yeah,
that's
so he cut the wood,
Uh-huh.
and we worked separate pieces. Like he'd work on the front,
Really?
I did, yeah, and then we hinged it
well,
together.
that's really cool. That's wonderful.
But it's pretty
Yeah.
handwork. Like I showed it in a few
That's
places.
terrific. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. It's nice.